Hi, I'm Streaky, and today I'm going to explain how much level you need to leave for mastering. So I've said in previous videos, I think my very first video in fact, which is quite a while ago, about 10 years, that always give your masters at -5 dB. Now, yes, that is great because it gives me level and some space to do my amazing things that I do, or any mastering engineer does for that matter, but it's not necessarily always going to get you the best sound. I say this because when you're mixing something, you should really be mixing it to how you want it to sound the best it can possibly be. Now, you might have some compression on the mix bus, which is fine. I think as long as it's not pumping and doing something that's bad, I think it's all mainly to do with, do you know the sound you're trying to get and how you're getting that sound? And when you're confident and comfortable that you do, then it doesn't matter if you have got a compressor or even a limiter on the mix. I've had stuff where it can be totally slammed, you know, to zero digital zero, and it's super loud, and then I'm like, wow, that's like pretty full on, but it's the sound of the track, and if it sounds good, then what I can do is just bring the level down a little bit so that I can get into my equipment and play with it. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do as much as I'd like, but maybe if it's pushed to the limit of what it is, it's how it sounds and it sounds good. I can add a little bit of EQ and then bring it back up to the level and it will probably sound better. I'm obviously trying not to do anything. That's my main concern, is to stop myself from doing stuff, listening to the sound. Does that sound the best it can be? Is it worth me going back and asking for a non-limited version? But then that non-limited version might not have the same feel because as the mixer's mixing, they're mixing into the limiter. So all the sounds are based on having that limiter at the end. So that can be an important factor of the mix, and I don't want to take that away, because if I take that away and then they send me a track back that's all kind of loose and floppy, it hasn't got the same feel that they were going for. So for me, it's always mix stuff to how it sounds best. If you can keep the levels down, great, but it's not necessarily the case. A lot of people will tell you it is. I don't actually care. As long as it's not distorting and doing something that's incorrect, so that it's like pumping and stuff and it doesn't need to. Sometimes if it's pumping, it might want to pump. You might want it to pump. That's good. It's a creative process. I'll say it's pumping. Is that something that you wanted? I mean, it doesn't, to me, it doesn't sound right, but is that a style thing? Maybe it is. Maybe that's how you like your sound. So it's really working with the mastering engineer and telling them, right, this is my thing, and getting that. There's many tracks that I do, like, as I say, that are slammed to pieces, and I'll phone them up and say, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, it's cool, just go for it. And it sounds great, you know, so why not? So I think that rule of 5 dB before is only a rule if you're a bit scared and you don't feel comfortable and confident in your sound yet, and you want to give the mastering engineer plenty of room, or if you want a really dynamic track, you know, if that's the style of music, then of course leave loads of space and let it breathe and let it do its thing. And if it's a track that's recorded that way, then great. But you know, a lot of big mix engineers that I work with will give you it so it's sounding pretty much finished. You know, they know their sound, they know what they want to get. They want you to get up to the similar level to everyone else, but they're not worried about it being crushed because that's their sound. That's how they're getting their sound, by using certain compressors, but they know what they're doing, so that's why they can be confident in doing that. So I hope that's kind of explained how much level to leave at for the mastering engineer. It's kind of, to sum it up, it's kind of just do your thing, be confident in what you're doing, and if it's the sound that you like coming out of your speakers, then that's, to me, the right sound, because that's what you want. and then it's down to the mastering engineer to maybe give you a few suggestions how to get it better, or ask for different versions, and you know, really you're working with the mastering engineer to explain what you want and why you've done that, and this is the sound, and then you'll get the result you want at the end. So if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please give me some questions below, because I'm always keen to answer and it brings up new ideas for videos. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please go to streaky.com for more stuff on me, and you can get a mastering discount as well in the bottom. So win-win. Thanks for watching, until next time, bye.